Welcome to Keys to the Game. Sean Bowen is not here, as you can see, but I've traded way up. I've got Wynton McManis here. Nice win last week.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Take me through the interception for the touchdown. Is that something that you diagnosed on the fly? Was it an instinct thing, or was it something you recognized from film?
And honestly, we had a great play call in, and just kind of really doing my job and diagnosing, seeing the back move the same side as the offensive line, seeing the offensive line get out early is one of the dead giveaways to a screen, and just kind of bait the quarterback into throwing it, and when he threw it, just go make a play.
Defense is getting better every week. There were a lot of yards given up in the first couple of weeks, and now you're second in the league in terms of fewest yards given up per game. What's been the biggest progression on the defense from week one until now?
I think we're starting to recognize how good we could actually be on defense, how good of a defense and a team that we could be. And, we're just starting to focus more on the details, and everybody just wants to do their job. And, as bad as you want to make a play, you have to want to do your job just as bad. And, everybody around the defense will start making plays and flying around.
Hamilton, Toronto is a fun rivalry. Going back to high school, at Memphis, in the pros, what's been the most fun rivalry you've been a part of?
High school, we had a really big rivalry, Olive Branch High School versus South Panola. I actually did a book on it, us versus y'all. Yeah, it was a really big rivalry. ESPN used to come down to see us play. But this is just like that. The atmosphere is going to be fun. It gets you up. If you can't get up for games like this, then, this might not be the sport for you. So, it's going to be an exciting one.
So when the guys from Olive Branch get together, this is now a few years in the past. What's the glory game story? What are you guys going to look back on? Is there a play? Is there a game that you remember most fondly?
Probably the first time that we had beaten South Panola. It was a rivalry, but it wasn't much of a rivalry because we hadn't beat them in like 7-8 years. They were like 96-0, and then my senior year we finally beat them for the first time, 24-6. That's the same year we won the state championship, so I think that just winning that game helped us get over the hump that season.
Thanks for doing this. Go get Hamilton.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was Wynton McManis, who will, by the way, be a key to the game as the Argos go into Hamilton on Saturday night. Here's a couple of other things to look for. First of all, I think a key for the Argos is getting out to a quick start. The fan base in Hamilton not happy, and for obvious reasons. They're 0-5, and things didn't end that well at the end of last season for them either. So if the Argos can go in there, get a 2-score lead early on, the fan base will turn on the Ticats, which could be huge. The other thing, Coach Dinwiddie has talked about this before, trying to get the passing game going. Running game's been great, 135 yards per game. It's number one in the Canadian Football League. They have to maybe get the passing game going a little bit more. A rarity last week. The Argos ran for more yards than they passed for, still were able to beat Montreal by almost 20 points. So getting a little bit more success in the pass game will open up things even more for the running game. And then on defense, keep doing what you're doing. You've seen the yardage go down and down and down, as we talked about with Wynton. Now second in the league behind Montreal. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with some of the new players, getting used to the system, getting used to the Canadian game, and now you see everybody starting to gel. So that has to be looked after as well. And maybe if there's one more key I can add, it's the kicking game. And Liram Hairolahu, closing in on 1,000 points in his career, has kicked in that stadium with the Ticats. It's a very unpredictable wind pattern in that place. It can be very strong there, the winds, where it might not be windy anywhere else in the Hamilton area. So that will come into effect as well. We hope to see you bring your voice to Tim Hortons Field, cheer on the Argos against their hated rivals. If you can't get there, watch the game on TSN or listen on TSN 1050.